Hello, everybody. Welcome back to As We Speak. In honor of World Autism Day, I am so grateful to have this incredible champion of people of determination here in the UAE on the show today. Hollie Murphy, founder of the not-for-profit organization, sports organization, Heroes of Hope. Welcome to As We Speak.
Thank you so much for having me.
Also, congratulations for standing third as the best influencer of the UAE on the Virgin Radio show. While I was preparing this interview, I was thinking about this quote that I keep drilling into my kids' heads, by Dr. Seuss. Why do you try to fit in when you were born to stand out?
Exactly.
And it's so apt for what we're going to talk about today, and especially with you working on all these superheroes. So tell us about Heroes of Hope.
As you said, Here's Hope. It is a not-for-profit organization for people and adults with additional needs. So here in the UAE, we call them people of determination. That's the terminology that we do use. So we do have people with cognitive disabilities and physical disabilities, part of the organization, but it's very equal in the sense of we welcome obviously mainstream children or adults who want to get involved and, celebrate individuality and just in general, who have a genuine interest in supporting and caring and just in general just want to include people and just, give them a really fun place to learn and be active and to build friendships. So that's essentially what it is. We're trying to just build a very inclusive community where labels don't mean anything and everybody can just stand out and be completely themselves.
Amazing. And what inspired you to found this organization?
So I'm a school teacher by trade. So I've always been, I'm being a PE teacher for a number of years, like over 12 years. I've been teaching. However, I have resigned from teaching to focus on the organization on a full-time basis. And I think it was true, just studying my, sports science and just from general experiences in sport and being around people of determination from quite a young age through sports, I've always just had, I feel like I've always really enjoyed working with them and, watching them achieve and how they respond when they do achieve something. I think as well is just, it is, to be honest, a deep-rooted passion. And I feel like, people in life, they spend a long time trying to find a purpose. And I think 100% I found mine anytime being around or coaching children with the additional needs. I've always had the best feeling. I've had, I've always felt, watching these kids just achieve what they can't do and then suddenly doing it, it's no other feeling. So when you feel that and it's inside you, I really feel like you should follow that. And that's the purpose of life. And I do believe massively in giving back because I think we are filled, a lot of us have a life of abundance and we don't even know it. Being in a position to be able to give back and serve others, I think this is why, it's what we need to do more of, to be honest. So, I've given up the career as teaching, but you know what, I might not have my career anymore, but I feel like I've gained so much more by immersing myself around my heroes and being with them every single day and being able to give more to them. Now that I have a bit, that focus now, I can actually focus entirely on them and not always be split between my career and my heroes.
Right.
I've been able to give them everything I can. So I think by being in that position, being able to do that, so on a personal level, I'm happier and I love doing it. I absolutely love it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You talked about labels, and while society has come a really long way, unfortunately, there is still a stigma attached to people who are different, who are not normal, who, and how do you deal with this here in the UAE, and how do you think we're trying to change this? How can we change this?
I think the UAE in particular, actually, they've been very progressive over the last number of years. And that's a big reason why Here's a Hope kind of began, because I came from the UK and Ireland, where naturally through my education and training as a teacher and so on, we were actually trained automatically to work with people with special needs, to always be in a position to include them in classes or, make sure they're part of the school environment. But obviously, this is going back 12 years ago when I first came to the UAE, they were still kind of the foundation level of that. They're still working out how can you do that and what can we do? And people of determination weren't essentially completely included in the communities out here. But over the last number of years, especially after the World Games, the Special Olympics, there's a massive shift in people's perspectives and mindset. And, it basically opened up the UAE to what is special needs. And, I think by having the World Games, it definitely showed off how inspirational, how, amazing people with additional needs really can be if they're given the right support and the platform where we can celebrate.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Holly, how does Heroes of Hope work? How is it funded? How can people help?
So yeah, we do offer it, as I said before, as a not-for-profit organisation. So thankfully we're in a position where we're allowed to do fundraising. So that's obviously something I'm sure we'll talk about later on, but we're in a position where we do fundraising initiatives and campaigns to raise awareness and to raise much needed donations for Heroes of Hope and the Al Jalila Foundation. So the Al Jalila Foundation, it is a charity out here in the UAE that they really focus on sick children. So they're a hospital that, they work in obviously the care of sick children. And so we're in a position where we collaborate and we fundraise for both organizations. Equally, if anybody ever wants to give a donation to Heroes of Hope because they like what we do, they're in a position there can obviously do that as well. So pretty much like any other kind of, I suppose, model that's out there, like we're trying to basically teach people just to be giving back, give back. Start self-serving, go beyond your own self-service and serve others. And it could be like very basic donations, like throw in a t-shirt there, invite them to come to your gym, invite them to come, to your salon. Because we've had that recently, even yesterday, it was World Down Syndrome Day. So we had one of the Down Syndrome athletes, she was invited to come get her hair done, and she loved it. She had a lovely time salon. They gave her a hot chocolate, and you swear we'd given her something, she was loving her life, sitting there with hot chocolate and getting her hair done. It's those simple things, the simple ways of giving back can mean the world to others.
And Holly, you're about to do something really incredible next week. You said 7 marathons in 7 Emirates. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So how do we support you?
So again, we do have a link, it's through Hoppa Sports. It is called the 7 Marathons in 7 Days. And again, it's in collaboration with the Al Jalila Foundation. So I'm running the 7 Marathons in 7 days across 7 Emirates to raise awareness for having more inclusion, whether that's at sports level or just community level. And so what we call unified sports is basically we have got mainstream and special needs actually playing sports together, where we actually break down all level of barriers. People are coming together, to play sport together, or not even sport. It could be simple as dancing together, playing board games together, doing art together, just being together, basically. So I'm running the 7 marathons in 7 days across the 7 Emirates to raise much needed donations for the Heroes of Hope organization and Al Jalila, as well as trying to create the awareness, not just here in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, because I feel like they're doing a lot at the moment for people of determination, but just spread the awareness across the nation and to get more and more people out there, involved and thinking, hey, I could do something like this, or what, let's collaborate. What can we do together? I think a lot of people, when it comes to people of determination, they're afraid. Often they say, I don't have the qualifications to do with them. And I'm like, really? Keep a heart. That's all you need. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it doesn't even come down to that. It's just, I just, maybe sometimes I have the qualifications almost kind of better because just be normal, just, embrace them for who they are, and you as a coach, as a person, you just be you. And then, you'll find, that people glue that way and gel that way, and I think sometimes that's even better, because that's the best way of just going about it, just being totally yourself and embracing each other. And I think by doing that, we'll go a long, long way. So yeah. So that's basically my 7 marathons in 7 days across the 7 Emirates.
Wow.
Why I'm doing it. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people are asking me, am I okay in the head? I keep saying, yeah, I am. But I think as well, the journey
altogether.
What's that?
How many kilometers?
It's 298 kilometers. But I do feel like doing these marathons is a real reflection as well of the organization and the journey. I think a personal journey I've been on, it definitely has not been easy. It has been extremely hard, but I also feel very grateful that I am in a position where I can run marathons like this, because some of my heroes can't, and they never will get that experience. They need someone to stand up for them. They need someone sometimes to be that voice. They do need a leader. They do need somebody. And if I can be that somebody for them and the families, I'll do it. So that's a big part of what I'm doing. And, people keep saying to me, what's your training going? I'm like, okay, no, I'm really active. And I do enjoy sports and I do a lot of, activities. But the big drive behind everything I do genuinely is my heroes, because I do love them so much, and I watch them every single day, you know, going through their own individual challenges. Like, that in itself is always going to be your drive and your purpose. You know, when you have that in the back of your mind, you know, you're not going to give up. You can't give up. You know, those kids don't give up. Those families don't give up. Those parents are the most inspirational human beings I've ever met in my life. But the patience they have for these children, the unconditional love and support, you know, a lot of these children will be dependent on their families for the rest of their lives. And what these families sacrifice and do for these children, it is, you know, it's a whole nother level. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, it's a whole other level. These parents are the hidden heroes. They are absolutely incredible. You know, yeah, the kids go through their challenges, but the parents are the ones who are getting them through. They're the ones who are giving them the love, the care, the attention, and doing everything they can possibly do to ensure that child, you know, is going to have some sort of quality of life. You know, and these parents are amazing. So if I can run 7 marathons in 7 days, I feel like it's the least I can do.
Well, it's amazing, and it's a lot that you're doing. So congratulations and good luck. I can't run a single
Thank you so much.
You're inspiring me. So there you go.
Put on a pair of trainers and get moving. Like, but I swear, like, our heroes, these guys are amazing. Like, they are awesome, and their personalities, oh my god, I can't explain to them. They've got the best personalities.
I can imagine.
Like, they really are. Like, and this is why I do feel very blessed. I get to work with them day in and day out. Like, they make every day a happy day.
Amazing. So Hollie, thank you so much for this. And guys, I hope Hollie has been as inspirational to you as she has been to me. Please look up Heroes of Hope at Heroes of Hope on Instagram. Please support, fund, go there to help, go there to do whatever you can. And thank you for watching. Thank you again, Hollie. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.